Welcome, my dear listeners. Stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on The Bold and the Beautiful. Will and Electra's Logan move? Fans are talking about the latest spoiler for The Bold and the Beautiful. The most recent rumors about Bold and the Beautiful have a very clear focus: Will and Electra leaving Forrester to work at Logan. The show hasn't confirmed that as a fact, but the current plot is definitely pushing the conversation at that direction. Logan's new fashion show is starting. Katie is showing off a new Logan collection, and the Will RJ rivalry is getting hotter along with the Ivy scandal, according to CBS' most recent episode guide. That kind of setup makes a company switch sound less like a rumor and more like the next big twist in a soap opera. The Forrester side of the story is already too full, which makes the idea so interesting. Electra knows the truth about Ivy's lies. Will and Electra are furious about what Ivy did to keep them apart. And Ridge has promised Will that he will take care of the problem. Will is still saying that Ivy should pay for everything she has done in April 23rd scoop. Ridge says he will take care of it. That means that the mood at Forrester is already so bad that someone could leave. Logan comes into the picture there. The Logan fashion house story is already becoming a real counterweight to Forrester in the show. Katie and Bill's new Logan business is now a live business front, according to Soap Hub. One recent article says that Logan's future depends on whether the family can stay strong after losing Eric's design and dealing with Brooke's anger. Soap Hub also says that Electra and Ivy jumping to Logan is unlikely because Bill and Katie own the company, and Electra's breakup with Will would make that move awkward. In other words, the show is getting ready for a change of power, but not a smooth one. That puts Will in a very interesting spot. One IMDb spoiler roundup says that after his breakup with Electra, Will might leave Forrester and join Logan Designs. That isn't canon yet, but it fits with how the story is going right now. Will is mad, RJ is fighting back, and Forrester office feels less like a home and more like a battlefield. It wouldn't just be a job change if Will left. It would mean that he is done following Forrester's rules after Ivy's meddling ruined his relationship. Electra's future is more complicated. The spoiler trail says she is still dealing with the effects of Ivy, and one preview even says she lets her heart out over Ivy's betrayal. Another report says that Electra now knows her aunt helped keep her and Will apart. That emotional wound might make her want to stay away from Forrester for a while. But the current spoiler commentary also says that it doesn't seem like that Electra and Ivy will jump to Logan. It will end up on Logan's side. Electra might still be trying to decide if she wants to follow him, stay where she is, or leave the company for good. The business side of this is just as important as the romance. According to CBS preview for April 20 to 24, Logan starts the latest fashion show and Katie shows off Logan's newest collection. This makes the new house feel real, not just a theory. Bill and Katie are also using Eric's designs, and Logan's first appearance has already become a real company story. According to Soap Hub, that means that moving from Forrester to Logan isn't just about who is dating whom, it's about whether the new fashion house can be a home for people who feel like they don't belong in the old one. That's why the current Forrester mess feels like more than just a short-term problem. Rich had already told RJ not to bring his personal life to work, and the episode guide has shown Brooke telling RJ to follow his heart while the younger crowd keeps fighting over work and love. If Will is embarrassed enough by the Ivy Electra fallout, moving to Logan would give him some space from the whole Forrester drama machine. That would also make things even more tense between RJ and the other person, since they are already in a very hostile competition for Electra. Logan becoming the live landing zone makes sense in the world of soap operas. According to Soap Hub, Katie and Bill's company is still figuring out who it is, and family decisions, design choices, and old Forrester baggage are already affecting the business side of things. The article also says that Katie finally spoke up and blamed Eric for the split, saying he left her out to dry. Logan feels like a place where characters who have been turned down or are angry can do to get back on track and settle scores. Logan is the best place for the writers to send Will and Electra's energy if they both want a new start and Electra wants to get away from the Ivy mess. The current spoilers also make it clear that Ivy is still the one who sets off the emotions. According to Soap Hub, Will and Electra are very angry with Ivy for what she did, and according to the Soap Scoop, Will wants Ivy to pay while Rich promises to take care of her. Another spoiler photo report says that Electra now knows that Ivy had something to do with keeping her and Will apart. Will is trying to get through to Dylan as the effects of this continue. If Logan is where the younger generation starts over, then Forrester is where the old damage gets too heavy to carry. That's why the rumor seems true even though it hasn't been proven yet. The show has already set up a series of events that could easily lead to it. Ivy's betrayal is revealed. Will and Electra are angry. RJ is still involved. Ridge is trying to limit the damage, and Logan is opening its doors with a new collection and a new business identity. In that light, it makes sense that Will would leave Forrester for Logan. Electra's path is less clear, but the fact that she has been hurt so badly that she is questioning everything means she could follow, resist, and just get stuck between the two houses. The real question isn't just will and Electra go to Logan? That is what is happening to the balance of the fashion world. Logan is becoming a real threat to Forrester, and the younger characters are starting to see it as a place to escape. The CBS preview that shows Logan's fashion show, Katie's new collection, and the ongoing fallout from the Forrester feud shows that the writers want the rivalry to matter. So whether Will switches sides now or later, the stage is being set for a big change. And if that realignment does happen, it will have a huge emotional effect. Will would be leaving the place where he has been fighting RJ, protecting Electra, and trying to prove himself. Electra would have to choose between staying close to the family that hurt her or going with the man she loves to a new chapter. Ridge and Steffi would have to deal with the loss of another young star. Katie and Bill would get a new pair of names that would change Logan's life. That's what makes the story work. It's not really about a job change. It's about where these people think they belong now that everything has gone wrong. So the best answer is that the current spoilers don't confirm that Will and Electra have already left Forrester for Logan. But they do show why fans are asking the question. Will is more likely to switch sides, and Electra may or may not follow. Logan's new fashion house storyline is clearly being set up as the opposite of Forrester's chaos, with Ivy's betrayal out in the open and the Will RJ fight is still going strong. A move across company lines would be one of the best soap opera twists the show could do, and honestly, this is where the story stops being about fashion and starts being about identity, because when someone like Will Spencer walks away, it's not just a career move, it's a statement. A statement that says, I am done being controlled, and that's dangerous. But here's what really hits me. If Will leaves, he might feel free for a moment, but what if he realizes he didn't just leave a company, he left the only place that ever challenged him? And that's where it gets emotional, because growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from conflict. Now think about Electra Forrester. She isn't just choosing between two companies. She is choosing between pain and uncertainty. Stay and face the people who hurt her, or live and risk losing herself in someone else's story. And in my opinion, that's the real heartbreak here, because running away can feel like strength, but sometimes it's just fear in disguise. So the real question isn't will they go to Logan? It's this: what are they running from, and what are they willing to lose to escape it? And here's something I cannot stop thinking about. What if Will does leave, but Electra doesn't follow? And if that one decision becomes the moment everything between them quietly breaks? Or worse, What if Electra does follow and realizes too late that love built on anger cannot survive in a new world? Because let's be honest, Forrester Creations isn't just toxic right now, it's testing everyone, and the people who run from the test don't always pass the next one. If I had to predict, I would say a spill is coming first, not a move. A fracture before a fresh start, and that's where the real drama will explode. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Will walking away is power or a mistake you will regret? And if you were Electra, would you follow your heart or protect yourself this time? Because something big is about to shift and not everyone is going to land on their feet. Stick with this story because the next move might not be loud but it will change everything.